What's up? Welcome back to my channel. It's Toni. So today's video is going to be a little bit different than what I normally do, but I just wanted to do something different. So just to put it out there, I have been married almost 12 years at this point. I love being married, have an amazing marriage. Second thing is, I know that everybody is not interested in being married. It's just some people's radar is just not on. For me, it was absolutely on my radar. It was something that I wanted, and it was something that was important to me. So that doesn't mean it has to be important to you. I'm just saying, if you want to be married, or if you want him to put a ring on, just some stuff to think about. Okay? So the first thing you got to know is that you can't make anybody do anything. Like, nothing. It's just not the way it works. And I think that we're getting caught up in, well, if you do this and you do that and you do this, and girl, you can make him marry you. No, it's not the way it works. People do what they want to do. Point blank period. Point blank period. There's no way around it. There's no way to sugarcoat that. People do what they want to do. In addition to that, like, do you really want to make somebody marry you? I don't want to make nobody do nothing they don't want to do. Especially not a marriage. Like, marriage is like real serious. Because here's the deal. Like, once you get married, let's just say you make them marry. You just say, okay, I'm going to marry you. Like 3-4 years down the line, y'all having an argument, and he say something like,
well, I didn't want to be married no way.
Oh, nah, we gonna have to end it, right? What? That seemed like the worst feeling that you could possibly have ever. I would be so dang mad. So it's like, don't do yourself like that, okay? If he don't want to marry you, move right along. If you don't want to move along, just stay with him. But don't try to force him to do nothing he don't want to do, okay? That's one. Number two, maybe I should do it with this other hand, because this nail, I broke this nail, and I need to get it fixed today. Anyway, number two, don't get caught up in the height of what you think marriage is. It's like so much more serious than you could ever believe. It's so much more involved than what you could ever believe. I think as women sometimes, we get so caught up in this bomb dress that we've been thinking about since we were little bitty girls. We think about this bomb ring that we're going to get. We're going to think about how all of our friends are going to be our bridesmaids, and we're going to have this amazing venue, and then we're going to go on a honeymoon. Then when we come back, I'm going to be cooking and cleaning, and I'm going to be doing all of this stuff. And, you know, that is true, but that's like, first of all, the wedding is one day, and then you got all these years ahead of you, and all of that other stuff is a very small percentage of what actually happens in marriage. It's like a blip on the radar. It doesn't mean that much. And all of that stuff that you think is cute now, it ain't even gonna be as cute, if at all. It's just way different than what you think. Amazing, but completely different. So make sure that you are wanting to get married for the right reasons and not for these little small things. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense? Okay. Number three. Look, man, I can't express to you how important it is to marry the right person. It's like uber important. So let me give you a little fun fact. Me and my husband met. We got engaged. He told me he was going to marry me like 3 weeks after we got married. After we met. He gave me a ring like 3 months after that. And then we got married like 9 months after that. So we had a very, very, very quick marriage. I don't regret it. I love the fact that I did it. And I know that he was the best person for me. Amazing human being. However, I never suggest that people actually do that. Like, oh, I'm married. You know, it's like, that's like, he came with, so let me put this out there too. I didn't meet him like at the post office in line. No. It wasn't one of those situations. I met him at an event that I was at, and he came with great references. So I had a reference point for who he is, where he came from, who his family, all of that stuff. Okay. But it is, now that I'm married and know what marriage is all about, it is so dang important to marry the right person. You can't marry nobody because they cute and they make cute babies. You can't marry anybody because here's the thing. Life changes. The only thing that's certain in life is that life will change. It's just the way it is. And you might be, woo, amazing life right now, and then just be wondering, oh my God, where your next meal is coming from the next month. So you have to do it with somebody that you feel like is capable of standing the pressure, that you feel like is trustworthy, that you feel like is going to hold you down. You have to do that. You have to do that. Because it is it's important. It's important that you marry the right person. Then, like, you procreating. Like, if you have a desire to have kids, you don't want to have no baby with nobody crazy. That's just not what you want. Like, it's hard enough co-parenting and making it all work when you love the person you with, let alone when you have a baby with somebody you just do not like. That is not what you want. So, number 3 is make sure that you love and like the person that you're going to marry or that you want to marry. Okay? Number 4. So, if you're in the dating stage right now, the best thing I can tell you to do is don't make excuses for bad behavior. Whatever that is, that doesn't necessarily mean whatever it is. Don't make excuses for whatever that thing is that's not up to your standard that's realistic. Because 9 times out of 10, it ain't gonna change. It may change for a little bit, but on a permanent level, it's probably not gonna change. It probably just won't change. Like, you know, my husband is kind of old school. He would love if I cooked 7 days a week. But yeah, no, I ain't going to be able to do no 7 days. You might get 3, okay? 3 or 4. Look, I ain't going to be able to do it. So we all miss the mark in some shape, form, or fashion. We all, like I said, if you're dealing with human beings, everybody has a different set of standards or a different set of desires. Everybody's going to be different. This is going to mean something different to everybody. However, if the person that you're in a relationship with that you feel like you're going to marry is consistently not meeting the mark, you need to reevaluate. You need to reevaluate it. You know, like, the best example I can give maybe is, let's just say your boyfriend or whatever, found another girl, had a side piece or whatever. Now, that's like, oh my God, like, oh. Okay, cool. You get over it, right? But if you got a side piece like every few months, no, that's a character flaw, dog. And ain't nothing gonna change about that. It's not like, oh, this magic switch, click. Okay, when you marry, oh, we don't even do that no more. It's like it just turned off. Oh God, no, it's not like that. He gonna be doing the same thing. Okay, and then you're just gonna be most up with kids, and I'm just saying. And it might not even be as deep as that. It might just be time. Like, sometimes, you know, guys will, or people in general, sometimes you don't have time for everything. You can't squeeze only 24 hours in a day. You can't squeeze everything in. When you're in a relationship with a guy and you desire more of his time and he ain't trying to give it to you, that's kind of a problem. If I need more time from my husband, for whatever reason it be that he's not being able to spend time with me, if I need more time from him, I say, look, dude, you're gonna have to, because if Barack Obama can find time to spend with Michelle and he's running the whole daggone United States, you ain't got no excuse. You and nobody else. I think that you have to look at whatever it is they're doing from a realistic place. Again, this falls into you can't make anybody do what they don't want to do. But when somebody really cares about you and really wants to make it work, they will make that thing happen. They will put a strong effort. And it's about what you can take. Certain stuff that will bother you might not even bother me. I'm like, oh, that ain't no big deal. Certain stuff that doesn't bother you may like send me over the edge like, heck no, I can't do that. So you have to know your limit. Your limit ain't my limit and my limit ain't yours. But whatever that limit is, you have to know it, and you have to think about it from a realistic place and say, oh no, this is a deal breaker. You have to not make excuses and say, well, you know, he's just busy, or well, he didn't mean to, or well, it's because of me, or what? No, people do what they want to do. It don't have nothing to do with you. They not. And here's the thing. Just know that if a guy's not marrying you, a lot of times it doesn't necessarily have anything to do with you and has to do with him. And I don't mean because he's a bad person. It just means y'all don't fit. Like, y'all don't fit. That doesn't make you fit somebody, but just maybe not him. And that's okay. Like, it doesn't say anything about your value. It doesn't say anything. It don't say nothing. It just says, I need to find somebody that's going to work for me. Number 5, marriage is an amazing thing. Value yourself and know that there's somebody out there for you. But you can't put yourself on sale thinking it will make you a little bit more flattering to somebody, because it's just not. It make you flattering for a brief moment, but after that, they own to something else. It's just the way it works. It's just the way it works. I think that everybody deserves to be happy. It's an amazing situation when you are in a marriage and you have children and you guys work as a team to raise amazing human beings. That's very high on my priority list. Very, very high. I just say that you are worth it. Don't settle. Don't sell yourself short. Don't do any of that. And if you follow those steps, not only will you find somebody to put a ring on it, you will find the right somebody to put a ring on it. Once you stop and making excuses for them, once you think about it from a realistic aspect, once you value you, dudes, men will be clamoring to get to you. But you got to make sure that you're thinking about it from a real place. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I look forward to seeing you next time. All right, bye.